Am I the AITA for denying my ex his child after he abandoned us and I made the decision alone to give him up for adoption? This is a throwaway account, so please skip the "this is fake because it's a new account" comments. I, 32F, had a baby when I was 16. Yes, I know how that sounds. No, we weren't careful. Judge me all you want on that front. I've been dealing with it for years. Mike, 33M, was my boyfriend at the time, and when he found out I was pregnant, he vanished with his family's help. Something about being a future college star or whatever. My parents were always very clear. What happened next was my decision. After a lot of thought and deciding that abortion wasn't for me, I respect the right to choose, but it wasn't for me, I decided to give the baby up for adoption. My parents knew a very sweet couple who wanted to adopt. We met them, and I knew they were the right people. What started as a teenage mistake turned into almost a surrogacy situation. I started homeschooling to finish my education and rest. The adoptive parents were there for me throughout the pregnancy and even covered most of the medical expenses. The adoptive mother was a teacher, so she helped me with my schoolwork and preparing for college. They were present at the birth and I refused to hold the baby. His adoptive mom held him instead, as it should have been. I stayed in the baby's life in a distant role as a special aunt. Now he's no longer a baby and he knows who I am, but his mom is the woman who raised him. I'm still his special aunt. The only change now is that he knows who to call if he ever needs a kidney. He has my sense of humour, go figure. We talk occasionally, which, to be honest, is for the best. He's happy, and I have no regrets about giving him up to have a good life. As for me, I got married 6 years ago. My husband, Aaron, 44M, had been divorced from Bella, 40F, and they were on good terms. They have 2 kids together, a 16-year-old boy and a 19-year-old girl. From the start, Aaron made it clear that his kids' approval was important and that Bella would always be part of his life. Not as a wife, but as a friend and co-parent. I also told him and Bella about my teenage pregnancy. With the kids, my stepdaughter and I get along well. She's obviously closer to her mom, but we still have girls' days together occasionally. It's more like a friendship. My stepson, on the other hand, is incredibly close to me. He calls me his other mom and always asks me to be there for important events. Bella and I, we're best friends. I know some people have complicated relationships with their partner's ex, but we've always respected each other. I never tried to take her place. I know Aaron and Bella had something special long before I came into the picture. That's their story. I'm a stepmom, not a mother. Her place in their kids' lives isn't something I compete for. The issue with Mike started when I took my stepson to a medical appointment. It wasn't anything serious, though he needed anesthesia. Aaron and Bella couldn't get the day off from work. They tried, but their jobs require them to be on call and taking days off isn't easy. So I went alone to support my stepson. I didn't recognize Mike as one of the doctors. His full name, first and last, is incredibly common and years had passed. Plus, my priority was supporting my stepson and everything else was secondary. Mike was stunned, which gave me time to catch him up on the important details. I gave up the baby. He knows what happened and why I gave him up. I married a man with 2 kids. I'm happy and don't want him in my life. And no, I won't give him contact information for the adoptive family. He's 16 years too late. That was the end of it, and I got into my car to get my stepson home to rest. Since then, Mike has found me on social media and has been spreading a sob story about how I denied him the chance to be a father. He's claiming I was a terrible mother who threw away her child to raise someone else's kids. Apparently, I'm the devil incarnate. Most of our former classmates reminded him that he left me. Some of his high school friends even pointed out that he laughed about leaving me pregnant. I didn't know that part. A few of his relatives have reached out to bash me for taking Mike's chance to be a father, saying it makes me a bad Christian. I'm not even Christian, I'm Jewish. A few friends have told me it was a cruel move to give the baby up without telling Mike. Personally, I don't think I did anything wrong, but I'm leaving it to the internet masses to decide. So, Reddit, am I the AITA?
These people are absolute psychos. Block, block, block. It's possible that someday your biological child might decide on their own to try to find their biological father, but it's your job to protect their privacy until then and make sure their decision is informed, i.e., that they know their biological father is a total jerk. 2. Mucho Comentario 13027EN. Responder. Och 7.1K. I told him everything when his parents decided it was time to tell him who I really was. I didn't make Mike out to be a villain. I just said that he left after I told him I was pregnant and never contacted me again. He has been clear that while I am his biological mother and Mike is his biological father, he doesn't see either of us as parents. I am his aunt, and Mike is a stranger. 3. Library Mouse 4311D. Top 1% in commenting. 5.2Q. I hope Mike never finds him. If he does, make sure your nephew knows all the details about Mike's actions so he doesn't give him any chance. 4. Beth21286. Top 1% in commenting. 2.AQ. OP should definitely warn the child's parents in case Mike shows up wanting to play dad. Finding someone isn't that hard these days, and if OP is in their lives, even minimally, that will make it easier. Protect the child. 5. Claudia White. Exactly what I think. These days, you don't even need legal information. Social media alone is enough to find someone. I would definitely recommend warning the parents, not only about the possibility of the sperm donor showing up, but also about the rest of the sperm donor's family. 8 more replies. 6. Mara 1506. It seems his family forgot that you can't inform someone who disappeared. He lost his right to have a say when he decided to leave, not to mention laughing at you for being pregnant. It's disgusting. Good Christian, my ass. 7. Clever nickname. 69. 18 each. And on top of that, where was this family for the last 16 years? They didn't even care enough to find out if OP had aborted or struggled as a single mom during all that time.
Am I the AITA for blocking a friend because she keeps ghosting everyone and sucks at communicating? I, 25F, have a friend named Leah, also 25F, who has a habit of disappearing whenever she feels like it. She says she simply hates being around people or talking to them, whether in real life or online, and finds it extremely exhausting. The problem is that she literally disappears in the middle of conversations. She's done this to me countless times in the 4 years we've been friends. It's very frustrating, especially when we're talking face to face. She'll suddenly walk away from me or completely stop talking while we're discussing important things. In chats and messages, she'll reply weeks or even months later. She literally missed her cousin's wedding invitation in 2023 because she never checks her inbox. She finally checked her messages 2 weeks after the wedding and was shocked to see nearly 100 messages from angry and worried family members. She also never answers calls. She hates phone calls and video calls with a passion so intense that she immediately blocks any number or person who tries to call her, whether on her phone or Discord. Of course, her cousin and other family members have blocked her because of this. She even cried to me for a full week because she was so hurt, but she wasn't sorry at all. I don't even know how she manages. She's constantly on IG and X, but never bothers to check her inbox. She also has thousands of unread emails. She's even been fired multiple times because she never responds to clients or bosses. I'm so tired of her complaining to me all the time, so I decided to end our friendship. Last week, she ghosted me again in the middle of our conversation, so I blocked her everywhere. She didn't even notice until last night. Now she's trying to reach out to me in person, but I just keep ignoring her because I'm so tired of our one-sided friendship.
It sounds like you're dealing with a very one-sided friendship, where you're doing most of the emotional work, and it's understandable why you'd feel exhausted. While blocking her might seem harsh, it's your way of protecting your emotional energy and setting boundaries, especially after you've given her many chances. It's not unreasonable to prioritize your mental well-being, and if Leah is not willing to meet you halfway, you don't have to keep investing in that relationship. You're allowed to step back when someone's behavior is too draining. Casey Malum, not sounds like. That is a 100% one-sided friendship. OP doesn't need all that drama. She needs friends that give her peace and a sense of belonging, and Leah can't seem to provide that. Oh. And her family also blocks her. Wow, what a waste of a human. What's crazy is the fact that she's always on IG but doesn't check her inbox. That thing is always at the top in red color. Hard to ignore. Can a person be that nonchalant? Not hard to ignore at all. I don't think I've checked my IG inbox in 10 years? Maybe more?
Thank you for joining us for this story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends so more people can enjoy these tales. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Take care, and we'll see you in the next story. See you soon.